I'll be doing my argument on why mass shootings and suicides are connected, because the driving forces for both are similar and the keys to curbing them are similar. The heavily polarized impact on society sparked my curiosity and eventually led to my interest in researching this topic further. Gun suicides and mass shootings are on the rise. The media highlight mass shootings, but rarely gun suicides. Gun violence is also down 50% in the last 20 years, but the public is seemingly unaware. And gun suicides actually account for most gun violence. It seems like every week there is another national news story on mass shootings, followed by the call for stricter gun regulations. The message becomes one of Second Amendment rights versus the deadly nature of easily accessible firearms. Data shows that mental illness is also a key component that seems to be left out of this debate. Mass shootings and suicides are contagious. When firearms are involved, mathematical models show increased likelihood of similar events occurring soon after. The way this works is the media coverage actually plants seeds of ideation in at-risk individuals. Mental illness increases the risk of violence and suicide. Mental illness is strongly associated with suicide, and data shows that more than 40% of active shooters had previously diagnosed mental illness, and who knows how many of those were undiagnosed. We also know that over 60% of active shooters commit suicide in a mass killing. We can see that suicide ideation is a common theme. Environmental factors, the availability of firearms, and federal mental health aid. Mass shootings and suicide are both elevated when the number of guns prevalent are higher. So states that just have more guns in them have a higher rate of suicide and a greater risk of mass shootings. Over 20 years ago, Australia's gun buyback program and semi-automatic weapons ban has resulted in 0 mass shootings since then. And their suicide by gun or other dramatically different method has also gone drastically down, and no replacement methods were used. This shows that when there are less guns available, there are lives saved. Another statistic found in the research is that when there is an increase in mental health funding, that suicide rates also decline. However, the solution is not black and white. We know the media contributes to propaganda and contagion, but also because of the sheer volume of guns, the availability in the United States of guns is rampant. And most guns are obtained legally. And so background checks are pretty ineffective at limiting the mentally ill from accessing firearms. You add the lack of mental health care and the heavy stigma that mental illness has, and this combination proves fatal. This is why we're seeing an increase in mass shootings and suicide in our country. Thank you.